Hey there to my 49 subscribers, my future subscribers, and all the people that secretly watch me without subscribing. I do have an update video coming up this weekend, on Sunday. So I won't really get into what all's coming up, but so I just want to let you know I will do an update for anybody that's wanting to know what's going on and why things didn't go like I said they would at the last update. Today I am going to talk to you about the catastrophe of the lemon trees, and I will have some video clips and pictures and things for you. But basically what happened was I went to make some lemon cookies for my daughter, and normally, my lemons have like 2 or 3 seeds in them. And the first one I opened had 5, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And then the next one I opened had 19 seeds. And so I was like, well, I guess maybe I'll plant them and see what happens. And so that's what I did. So first I kind of cleaned them a little bit, not a lot, just enough. Well, not even enough, really. I mean, some people say, oh, cut the little skin off the seed or whatever. I didn't do that because I'm not really that into plants, and it was an experiment, so I didn't care that much. But so day one, I folded up a paper towel into 4, and I spread out the seeds on it, and then I got another paper towel wet and stuck the wet one inside of a Ziploc, and then stuck the one with the seeds on top of it, and then sealed the Ziploc. That way the moisture would soak through and water the seeds, because I feared it'd be too awkward to try and put the seeds and the wet paper towel all in there at once, because it's really hard to manipulate it once you get it wet. But anyway, so that's what I did with that one. On day 15, I noticed there was a little bit of mold growing, but there were some sprouts, and I looked online and it said it was not like anything to be too concerned with. So I just let it go. 3 days later, it was day 18, and I noticed that the sprouts were burrowing into the paper towel. At first, I thought it was just like a little bit, but some of them were like pretty long, in like inside the paper towel. So I kind of had to gently tear the paper towel to get the sprouts out of it. And so I decided I wanted to use just water at first. I didn't want to get the soil yet, so I put some saran wrap on top of some paper cup or plastic cups, put some holes in the zip or in the saran wrap, and left a gap for adding water to the cups. And so 12 of them ended up suspended with the roots down in water. The rest of the seeds, it was like another, can I do math? I don't know. The other, I guess it was 12. I guess there was 24 total. So the other 12 I just stuck in a cup of water to see if they would continue to sprout, which I guess probably wasn't the best idea. I think it was too much water for them. So, future reference, don't put them in a bowl of water or cup of water. But the sprouts down in water was good. So 3 days later, day 21, the roots were doing good on some of them. And so I decided to record a video showing like how the roots looked in the water. It's kind of awkward trying to stick a phone in and rotate it in the middle of this bowl that I had all the cups in, but that's what I did. And I think I might have taken a picture of the middle cup at that point to show the seeds that were in the middle. If so, it'll be on the screen. And let's see, on day 29. So 8 days later, some of the roots were touching the bottom of the cups or coming close to it. So I did another video to show how they were looking, and it should be on the screen, hopefully. So anyway, I did the same thing, set the cup down, rotated it to show all the different roots and how they were looking. Not the easiest thing to do, but I tried, and so that way you guys could see how they were growing. A couple of them didn't grow a lot, but some of them grew quite a bit in just that short time. So I will show you, I decided to put them in soil at this point because they were getting so long. So I went and bought some marbles. They're like the flat, ones for plants and stuff. They only had a bag that was like clear and pink, so that's what I got, and put them in some cups, put some holes in the bottom. I think I explained all of it in the video, but I'll show you the video here.
We're getting ready to put the little lemon plants into, technically pots, but they're cups. The marbles, it's the only color I could get. No big deal. This is just an experiment anyway, so let's flip the camera around and get it settled. First, I need to put holes in the bottoms of these cups for drainage, and I am poking holes from the inside out so it doesn't create a ledge on the inside to trap the water in. I'm going to put some marbles in each of the cups. And you may be wondering, why marbles? Well, it's just better chance of the holes not getting clogged when we put the soil in. So, I don't know much about the soil either. It's just what the store had. Maybe good, maybe terrible. I'm gonna fill it to the line, I think. Hopefully there's enough to do that. I need to add the water. How much do I add? I'll just put it in until it starts going out the bottom, or what? In case you don't know, I'm terrible with plants. I'm kind of thinking I might actually need a little more soil in them because like some of them have long roots. So let's add a little bit more potting soil just to make sure we have enough. Let's see if that works. Let's see if we can make a hole. Well, I mean, technically we can just like that. Right? Plastic wrap should tear it easy, right? This is my strongest one, and I'm thinking it might have 2 plants in there. But that's what it looks like. I don't know. Can you see? Which way do I do that? Alright, so let's get this one in here. If I can. Might need a wider hole for this one. The roots kind of spread out. I'm going to do this one that's got more water in it. Might be easier. No, I can't see. Try to do it in this one where I can see better. I guess we'll add a little extra soil with it. It's even a little too tall for this. Don't worry, it's still there. Okay. Pull it out. Yeah, see, that one's got a really long root on it too. Let's see if we can. That one easier to do. I think I may need to add some more soil to this because it's too wet. I can't really see where to put it. So let's see. Just stick it down in there, and it will find its way out eventually. Pull that one. Let's see. Can I just stick it down in the hole? Maybe. Maybe some of these I could just stick them in the holes. I think that one goes there. Maybe I should swap these cups so I won't get confused. I don't think I put one in there yet. Maybe I should have only moved the ones that were tall. Alright, see if I can pull these without too much destruction here. Another one that's strong and healthy. This one. Crazy root. Look at, you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not, but the root's just kind of all over the place. This one needs a larger hole, like wider, because it kind of grew back and forth here. So we'll put that in there. Last one. This cup. Oh, it's not letting me want to let go either. I wish you guys could see this real good, but I don't know if you can or not. But it looks like it's got legs. Another one with a long thing. I'll put that down in there. And make the hole longer. Some of these have some pretty long roots on them. That one's like a real short one. And maybe I'll just stick that in there and then add soil on top. Can I put it in there? Oh yeah, okay. So this is what they look like at the moment. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I was surprised they grew at all. This one is the one that's the biggest. And then there's a few that are trying to poke out of their shells. There's one there. That one. Oh, it's not focusing. I just have to take my word for it. So anyway, that's what they look like at the moment. And so let's see. A week later, day 36, I did an update video. So I'll show that one here. It's been a week since I planted them into the soil, and I just want to explain what's going on. The 7 that were sticking out are doing good. I don't know if you can really tell how much resistance they have, but they're pretty strong little plants. There are 7 that are doing really good. There were 5 that were not coming up out of the soil, that the roots were too short, and I had to put soil over the tops of them, and none of them came out of the soil. So I went digging to see what was going on,
And this one looked like it still had a good root, so I went ahead and stuck the root down in the soil and then pulled the top out. But the others, I went digging, and it seems that 2 of them, the roots broke off and died, and the other 2 were abducted by aliens or something. So yeah, those are no more. I am going to move this one over here and bring them closer together, and that way it's easier to watch them. There are little gnats, which I'm disappointed. I put pennies in there to repel the gnats. This is the first time in my life the pennies have not repelled the gnats. So I will keep looking for ideas. I did put a little peroxide on there. Apparently gnat eggs are in potting soil. I did not know that. So anyway, also I have this little spray bottle here, and I give them 7 mists every morning, and that's what they get. And so that's what's going on. I'll be back with another update when I have one. 3 days later, on day 39, gnats were a thing. They got out of control, and they just started swarming, which is really odd. I don't usually see bugs in my house other than occasional spider. So the fact that there was a swarm of gnats around the plants really had me upset, and so I did a lot of searching trying to figure out ways to fix it, and I ended up, what I ended up doing is the tray I had them sitting in, I put some vinegar and sugar and dish soap and kind of mixed it gently, and then I wanted it, because originally I tried doing just like a little bowl, but they weren't drawn to it because it wasn't with the plants. So I decided to use the tray that the plants were sitting in, and then I just used these lids to bowls that I had to set the plants in so the plants wouldn't soak up the vinegar water. And that did knock out a lot of them, but it was like 3 days later it became apparent that it was not a good thing. So I will show you the video of that on day 42. So it's sad to say, but this is going to be the final day for this. I'm going to be tossing them in the dumpster. I feel kind of bad about it, but I do not have the patience to deal with the gnats. It was looking good. The gnats were all going into the trap I placed for them, and the plants were looking like they were starving. So I gave them some water and more gnats hatched. So in the interest of my sanity, they have to go, because I have to get rid of these gnats. I can't stand it. And I mean, they were looking good, but now they're looking damaged. I don't know if you can see, but the plants are being destroyed anyway. And yeah, that one ended up sprouting, but so I don't know if you could tell or not, but it's destroying the actual plants. And I'm not going to sit here and deal with the drama. I've got too much other stuff to do. There's actually a gnat crawling on my phone at the moment, so sorry you couldn't see them grow bigger, but it's not like I could keep them anyway, because I live in an area where citrus doesn't grow. Alright, bye. And then after, so what happened on day 42 when I went to toss the plants, online they had said that, well, when you water the potting mix, there's always gnat eggs in it and they hatch. And so the water is what causes them. And so I thought that the water was the problem. But when I opened the bag that had the potting soil in it, there was an even bigger swarm of gnats in that, and I hadn't watered that soil. So quality potting mix is definitely worth it if you don't want bugs in your house. And even when you're experimenting, pay a little extra and get the better soil, because otherwise it could end up a disaster. I don't handle swarms of bugs very well, and like I'm still itching just thinking about it. And it's been a while, but it took me 3 days to get rid of them. Once I took all the plants and the potting soil, put it in the dumpster, it took 3 days to get rid of the gnats, and that sucked. So anyway, the general moral of the story, sometimes in life we start things that just aren't worth following through, and we have to decide if it's worth it to continue, or if we need to sacrifice, figure out what we need to sacrifice for our own well-being. And just because you started something doesn't mean you have to finish it. Finish the things that benefit you in some way. And if things cause you harm or distress, let it go. So anyway, that's all I have to say today. I will be back Sunday with an update video about life and a lot about life. Anyway, so thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, comment, share, and see you soon. Bye.
I'ma let her tell it. Her man mad at me, but he lightweight jealous, cause my money too long and I'm on like Ellen, and he playing with change, money show like relish. Pull up around 7:45 in my 740i.